Welcome to Soccer Circle Real Talk. I'm your host, Father West, alongside Ty King, Yeyo, and J-Man. We are back for another episode, the end of the year season episode for Soccer Circle Real Talk. Make sure you listen, like, and subscribe. Don't be a scrub, what they say. Bust a sub on the channel, on the YouTube. Give thanks to everybody that's been liking, subscribing. All the short video reels have been going off on YouTube all season with our post-game reactions. So definitely continue to listen, like, subscribe, and share there. Let's see how the end of the season went off. We had our predictions for the end of the season, and it didn't go according to plan for a lot of our teams sitting here, but we didn't do bad in representing, staying behind our teams the whole way for the end of the season. Eventual champions ended up being Arsenal, finishing off the season with 85 points. We'll go through the top half of the table first. Fellas, you have the graphic there for you. As you see up on the screen, Arsenal finishing 85 points. Manchester City, 78 points second. Title race came down to almost the last day. That game in hand, I think it was a little bit too much for Man City. Manchester United, with a nice finish for the season, 71 points in third place, back into the Champions League this year after narrowly missing out last season in the Europa League final. Aston Villa, recent Europa League winners, finishing off in the fourth place with 65 points. Former champions Liverpool finishing off 60 points. The last spot in the Champions League, fifth place in Bournemouth, rounding off, had a very good season, 57 points in sixth place. Sunderland finishing with 54 in seventh. Brighton and Hove Albion, in eighth place with 53 points, tied up with Brentford, narrowly missing out on that last European qualification point. And running off the top 10, we have Chelsea with 52 points. Going into the lower half of the table, we'll start with 11th place, 11th through 13th. We have Fulham with 52 points. Newcastle with a dismal season, as many can say, from a year ago with 49 points. Everton, other Merseyside rivals, new stadium, 49 points, tied with Newcastle. Leeds United back into the Premier League this year, finishing in 14th place, 47 points. Crystal Palace, 45 points in 15th. Nottingham Forest, nearly missing out, along with Tottenham, 41 points, finishing 17th. Came in a relegation battle with West Ham United late in the season. And our lower three final teams relegated to the championship, we have West Ham United, 39 points. Burnley, 22 points. And Wolverhampton Wolves, 20 points. Back to the championship, fellas. For Wolves, they go. First, to start with Arsenal winning the league 2025-2026 season. None of us had Arsenal to win the league. They held on. They didn't bottle the job. King Ty, what do you think was important for Arsenal winning the league this year?
It belongs to consistency. I believe that they got the victories that they needed, to win, and also City didn't get the wins that they also needed. So I feel like Arsenal did what they had to do. To be honest, I'm not so happy about that, but at the end of the day, you gotta give them kudos, because they did it after so many years. It's been year after year they've been battling it. So big kudos to them and respect to them for winning an amazing championship.
Thank you, Ty. J-Man, what did Arsenal do differently to win the league? Different from last season.
I think Arsenal just had the help of the PGMOL a little bit more this year. I think VAR helped them out a lot more
Arsenal.
this year. Yeah, Arsenal. You know what I mean? I think that's what happened. To keep it honest, they played good. They were probably the better shaped team for a consistent time throughout the season. However, I think they had a lot of situations where calls should have went against them, and it just became more favorable for them throughout the season, and it just kept piling up. And you can't beat the refs. You know what I mean? So if the refs is on your side, hey,
Can you hear your thoughts? Arsenal holding off Manchester City late into the season, came down home to 2 games in hand. Very good. Arsenal have been trying for the last 3 seasons, finishing second, and they finally broke through. What do you think was the difference for them? Any new signings, the way new Arteta came in and had the team more focused, or like you said, a certain set piece style maybe?
Arsenal pretty much Arsenal came out this season just be anti-football and just to really be it's hard to break down. Hard to break down. They really didn't mess about the playing the football out there. So I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, give it up to them. You know what I'm saying? Whoever they paid, whatever they did. They're the only team I think that had no penalty calls against them for the whole team.
Yeah.
No penalty.
That's a big stat. Yeah.
Like what
No
they
penalty. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like things that was called in other games weren't called against them. You watched the multitude of replays that showed them hugging the WWF in the box every game. You know what I'm saying? So, but when it all comes down to it, no one will remember that. They'll just read off the Arsenal win the chip. So they won the chip, bro. Got to give it up to them. So they got it. You know what I'm saying? They got it. It's only, we don't even remember Liverpool won it already. You know what I'm saying? Just a year ago. So it'll be short-lived, quick, fast, in a hurry. Move on to bigger news. You know what I'm saying? Like, hurry up.
The new season will be underway in 2 months as we come off. So as we go into the Champions League spots for the season, we have Manchester City, of course, who won domestic double, FA Cup, Carabao Cup this year, winning in the final against Arsenal and then other final against Chelsea as well. Manchester United in third place, Aston Villa and Liverpool rounding off the final Champions League spots. Good choices of teams we had for our predictions for the top 6. Let's go back into that. King Yeyo had Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Newcastle, and Manchester United. Ty was the winner. He had Man City, Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Villa. And I had Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham. I don't know why I picked them, and Manchester United. And then along, J-Man had Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, City, Aston Villa, and crazy choice, Crystal Palace, who ended up 15th place as well. So good choices. I mean, coming along, we were a little bit off in that, but like we say, unusual, Aston Villa has made themselves one of the Premier League's top 6 now. Do you think they have more of a claim in the top 6 over a team like Chelsea? Let's just be honest.
I still feel iffy about Villa because Villa were in third place for the vast duration of this tournament, and I told you guys they're gonna one day they were winning so many games. And I'm like, yo, the way they play, just from being a passive baller, and I'm seeing them, I'm like, the way they play, you know, for some reason I feel like they're gonna fall off track, and they sort of did. And I mean, kudos to them, they rebounded back with the last part of the tournament, you know. But name wise, I feel Chelsea is still better than them. I feel Chelsea still have youth on their side, so Chelsea just need, you know, a little bit of adjustment. But whenever these youths start getting better and, you know, start reaching their peak, I feel like they're gonna be a team to be reckoned with. That's just my personal feeling, and you know, I could be wrong, you know, but yeah, I still feel like Chelsea have all Villa for some reason. But also football too is much more so. You have to have the mentality also. You know, you just can't have the name and don't play. You know, you just can't worry about being a name brand and don't execute what you have to do. But yeah, and that's what Villa does. I mean, they do have some name brand, but you know, at the end of the day, they work hard. Players, you know, don't give up, and you know, they get the job done. So, I mean, I knew they were. For me, I feel like they're a top 5, top 6 team. So yeah, that's why I put them in my top 6.
I think everybody else has been consistent along the way within the Champions League spot: City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Manchester United. Any surprises playing in Europe this year? We have Bournemouth, Sunderland, and Brighton.
Well, Sunderland, big surprise, man. But they've been good. They fell off a little bit for this season, but they've been really good.
Yeah.
2/3 of the season. So
Yeah.
definitely had the great home record, which definitely helped them out. So Sunderland, big them. You know what I'm saying? Especially how they handled up Chelsea last day of the season. It's just the farewell.
Fair enough. I think for me, it's probably Bournemouth, one of those teams that we saw play in person, and them losing so much players in the transfer window.
Yeah, exactly.
Market quality players, almost like the same feeder system as Brighton and Hove Albion, and them and finishing in Europe, Brighton as well. So I think Bournemouth has been unlucky surprise, but in a good way. I think I've pushed a lot of our teams this season in the Premier League.
Yeah, they beat us. They beat you. Sure.
Killer bees.
I know they beat them.
Yeah, for some reason, actually, like they have a good scouting system, because the players that they have and the players that they replace, the players they sell, so for some reason, whosoever their scout is, I mean, you got to give props to the coach also, because he is, for me, I've been watching him from Rio days, and I said this guy is a good coach. I saw him play us one preseason. I watch a lot of La Liga also, so I saw him play good against Real Madrid, Barcelona, and for him to come in the Premier League 3 years, and I think he's one of the coaches who attained so much points, in a short span of time, and I mean, he's off, so I don't know what's gonna become of Bournemouth now. He's off to somewhere, I don't know, but I feel like he's a good coach. For me, if we didn't sign Carrick, I know we're not there yet, but I would have wanted him at United just for his style of play, but
All right, as we go into the lower half of the table now, let's talk about the 3 relegated teams this season. It came close along with West Ham and Tottenham. Tottenham eventually holding off with some eventual results. Some may feel West Ham United were robbed in the game. Crucial game against Arsenal, where a goal was denied, taken away because of incredulous play within the box. Then we had Burnley back into the championship along with Wolverhampton Wolves with 20 points in total on the season. For your choice in these 3 relegated teams, I know we had some different teams we thought would be in a relegation battle. Anybody expect West Ham to be there? I never expected them. I think they have a good manager in Nuno, so it's very unfortunate to see him. Another string of unfortunate events in West Ham.
Nuno been the coach all season?
no.
Nah.
He took over.
No,
Somebody
there was-
got in trouble.
He took over from
What's the
I know Connor was there the year
Not
before, but
Potterfield,
it was one guy before him. He
Not
came.
Potterfield. Potterfield, J-Man boy.
I'll find a grandpa.
I don't
That
remember.
he could be right.
Graham? It wasn't Graham?
He could have. He might be right, because I remember Graham he was the return of the Mac. He came back with West Ham. I think
With a vengeance, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think
That might be right.
it was Potterfield. Took them straight down to the cemeterio. You feel me? Took them down to the depths. That's crazy. Yeah, I think Potterfield was their manager start the season off. Nuno came in and tried to fix the tape.
Remember, Nuno had bounced around a little bit too.
Nuno, yeah, they got Nuno out of here. Then have to bring him back. That's crazy. And Nuno had them do safe, yo. Last couple weeks, West Ham, you didn't want to play West Ham. Last couple weeks.
Yeah.
Nuno had them dudes rocking and rolling. And then they, I don't know what they called against Arsenal, but that really relegated them. They try to balance the thing the next week by not calling a penalty on Maddison when he went down in Tottenham game, I think against Leeds.
Yeah, it was Potter.
It was Potterfield.
For the grandfather?
Was the manager that took over.
Yeah. Nuno took over on September 27th. He had almost the whole season to.
Wow.
I'm just saying, the dude that by September 20 something, homie already lost like 4 games.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fire you after 4 right quick. It had to be crazy on the field.
yeah.
Do you think that's enough time for him to? You think he'll still be coaching them in the championship? Yeah.
Well, nah, they let him go.
They let Nuno go?
Yeah, they let him go. They let him go. I saw that.
No can't go to the championship.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, big coach.
Yeah, never they coach now. You coach Europa League squads. You can just leave England and go coach a Europa League squad.
You know
what I'm saying? That'd be the champion of the league. You don't put up Galatasaray somebody.
You think he'll be back? He'll be back in the Premier League.
Yeah, somebody will call his name, son.
All his name, especially when somebody needs to fight relegation.
Yeah,
I mean, and Bournemouth need a coach right now, so you never know.
I doubt
Bournemouth will get him. After they played their kind of football with, they had what's my man at Newcastle name?
Eddie Howe.
Eddie
Howe trying to play some football out there.
I was thinking that, but
they got Iriola. You know what I'm saying? They trying to play football at Bournemouth. They doing it. Yeah, and they going into the Champions League next year. They could try to get themselves a little young Don. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Maybe that's why there. You never know. Because
they found Iriola. They probably get a young cat come out here and boss up the team. Ruberin was talking about getting a job in the Premier League.
Mourinho.
You know what I'm saying?
So, right. But it's all about his system. If you don't play his system, it ain't gonna work. And it's
systematic. Fanatical.
He is so stubborn. Yeah, that's the most stubborn coach I've ever seen.
That's what it is. He live and die off his system.
But Bournemouth got players, and they're not expected to do much. They could come in and do things. Because Iriola would put you up. Iriola would play back 3 some games, back 4 some games.
Yeah, but you got
all the personnel to do that there already. And Ruberin like to do that. He might come there and rock. It was all because we didn't have the personnel out there. It's not like his system may rock out in Portugal where he was winning leagues.
I mean, even in the Europa Cup,
place.
Yeah.
Should he still be at Tottenham right now? Is De Zerbi lucky that Tottenham wasn't relegated? Is it?
I think he was gonna go down with them any which way.
Nah, I think his contract, he signed the contract saying he ain't got to stay there. And no matter, regardless of what happened, he get like 15 M. He get the wicked sign-off bonus. Something like that.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, if his contract is 15 million, he would have got the wicked crazy sign-off bonus. You know what I'm saying? So, and he got crazy incentives to keep them up. So they hit him off proper. For whatever he got guaranteed if they went down, he had to double up on that. If they stayed up.
They sound man.
I think the Derby will be there next season.
Yeah,
they spend no money. They spend no money in the transfer market.
I'm
ready. Sold Brennan Johnson.
Nah, they gonna spend. I think there's somewhere they're gonna wall it up.
They gotta spend.
They gotta wall up. They gotta go back. They go back for Savinho. I think they're gonna try to get that one over the border. And I think they're looking at Senesi.
They got
if
they signed him already.
Oh, they signed him up?
Hey, that's great. So that's it. So Romero gone. That's probably Van de Ven to stay.
Yeah.
Like Van de Ven, you don't got to play with this dude no more. You can stay right here.
Yeah.
Get you a nice young cat.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Defense for so we can look at our position.
Yeah, they might wild up. They might wild up in the summertime. They got the bread to do.
Yo, deserve it. They got some good little coach right now. Cass's just a second ago. You know what I'm saying? They about to have to laugh now, cry later.
It is.
If they come off in the transfer market, Pulisic is already there. They got 100 midfielders. You know what I'm saying? They can pick between the ones they want to keep.
Yeah.
Then if Kulusevski come back, Madison already back. Their creativity should be back. It'd be a whole different team with Madison.
Yeah. It's true.
You know what I'm saying? They just got to get probably 2 wingers. They need to get 2 wingers strikers.
And they need a right back. It's Udogi that plays right back, right?
Udogi playing
Left back. Yes, left back.
They got Poro.
Yeah.
Poro play right back.
Yeah, it's just that.
Yeah, they got
It's more time. You know what I mean?
They got Scott Jet on the left. They get back up.
They do have a good team, bro.
Yeah, they got.
I just feel like they're unfortunate with the injuries. Yeah, the injuries killed them this year.
Yeah.
It's really crazy.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they gonna sell Brandon Johnson in January and replace him with like an 18-year-old Brazilian.
Oh yeah,
Lush.
The board deserved everything they would have got. They would have went down.
exactly.
They would have deserved it. It was just it's messed up for the fans of the club that, you know what I'm saying, like just go there to enjoy their team playing football and these dudes is playing around. Playing pool. Race.
Well, Tottenham have another season left in the Premier League, so let's see how they do next year. No European football, along with Chelsea as well, so maybe those teams can prepare on just the Premier League season. As we know, it is extensive as well. And I think it'll be another engaging season. I think it was a good season, as you see, with the points shared across. From 5th place, maybe even from fourth to about 10th place and to 14th. The numbers are pretty close and even. So
I mean, even West Ham getting 39 points. I've seen clubs get safe with lesser points. So,
39, you could usually stay state.
Yeah, exactly. So, they were so unfortunate, bro. It is what it is, yeah.
As well. You needed 41 points to be safe this year.
Mm-hmm.
A good little holdback, but that's still terrible. Like, you know what I'm saying? Deserve to be relegated and do that type of thing. So,
and as we head off to the next part of Soccer Circle Real Talk, make sure you listen, like, subscribe, and share. Big up to the sponsors as well for the show. We're going to head into Chelsea's 2025-2026 campaign, the FIFA World Club Champions. Finish off the league in 10th position this year as well. Got back into Europe. Oh, so I'm trying to get the stats and everything together. Reasonable newcomers to the club: João Pedro, Liam Delap, a slew of managers, Enzo Maresco being fired. Then
don't forget about Garnacho.
Yes, Nacho Cheese joining the club from Manchester United, along with a slew of young talent from Jaro Hato, Jeremy Giddens, Achapong, and a number of players coming back from Wesley Fofana, Levi Colwell as well, Romeo Lavia, and of course Caicedo along with Enzo Fernandez. And then a firing of another manager, Liam Rosner, close into the season after coming to the club from Strasbourg, correct? And then the firing of that manager and finish with the interim manager at the end of the season. And there has just been announced the hiring of Xavi Alonso. Yes, excuse me, and Julia Blank for a second.
Yeah.
Good question.
Start off the season strong, beating Paris Saint-Germain 3-0 in the FIFA World Cup Championship back in July of 2025. Most improved player, they have Juro Hato for Chelsea coming in his debut campaign. And the disappointment of the season has to be the Blue Corporation and board of directors for Chelsea, who have made a number of mistakes throughout the year. Top goal scorer for Chelsea, João Pedro, a total of 20, 15 in the Premier League, 5 in all cup competition. Slightly behind him is Enzo Fernandez with 15. Cole Palmer, riddled injuries throughout the year, finished with 11, and Pedro Neto with 10. Garnacho, 8 goals in his first year at Chelsea as well. Making a round of 16, exit Chelsea in the Champions League. Made it to the final of the FA Cup, but lost ultimately to Manchester City, and made it to the semifinal of the Carabao Cup as well. J-Man, how do you think the season went for Chelsea?
Well, season was terrible. It's an absolute joke. I mean, the plethora of nonsense that you just spoke about just now, I really don't got to say much. It's just been a joke, and it starts from the ownership. So like I always been saying, the ambition of the ownership is going to be the ambition of the squad. And 10th place after upwards to £2 billion spent for us to look like this, and then we let a squad that just came back into the Premier League come and get by us and take a European spot from us. So it's just a bunch of nonsense going on. Certain players don't belong there. Certain players do not belong there. They need to go. They just need to do what AC Milan did and just scrap everybody and just start a brand new team. So, not really too happy about it. The season was trash. Probably worse than the season that we had Potter going off. I'm thinking this is really this is going into 5 years. We ain't getting the top 4. This is ridiculous, yo.
Right.
So that's in a nutshell. I don't really know what to say. I'm just disappointed. That's
King
it.
Yeyo, do you think anything differently Chelsea could have done? Different managers coming in, 3 managers throughout the course of the year, a team with a roster full of talent, but not living up to the potential. Any way they could have made a turnaround?
I think Chelsea did exactly what they should have done this season. That was embarrass themselves on an international front and on a domestic front. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy about how they looked out there. You know what I'm saying? They get what they deserve. You feel me? They get what they deserve. Sick and tired of Chelsea and how they do all the things they do. So now there we go. Get how to do it big. I did it too big. You know what I'm saying? That's when doing it big goes wrong. You go too big, you just become buy out rhythm. You feel me? You're gonna buy out the thing. You feel me? Then you gotta deal with this now. You want to be buy out rhythm, now you gotta deal with this. Now you gotta deal with the sales. You know what I'm saying? So hold that. Hold that. They want to sell people, ball players.
Yes, man, them.
Hold that. You can learn that. How about that one? Okay. How about that one? Okay.
You're embarrassed, bro.
How about that one, yo? Yeah. Okay. How about that one? They do it all the time to people. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick and tired of them. So they go hold that. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? They was out there rocking with Walk-On Roman. You know what I mean? It was all good. It was all good. It was running up their mouth. Another new day. Another new day. Now you got owners like everybody else hate their owners. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the party. We all hate our owners. That's it, bro. Like they've been living a life nobody else really like. Only Man City love off the ownership. You know what I'm saying? Like only Man City fans love off their ownership. So welcome to the party, bro. Everybody's tight. That's it.
Any other feedback? That's pretty much it.
Sell the players, yo. Sell the players, though. It's
I think a bright spot though is you have a good manager now. Let's see how long they last.
Yeah, I really like this story.
The thing about it is we actually do have an actual good manager. It's probably the best of the bunch that we had to choose from. But having the same people in charge, trying to do the same thing that they've been doing for 4 years, and putting in Xabi, who's now labeled as a manager because he's got aura, right? And the previous managers or people were just labeled coaches. So now Xabi is a manager now. If you got the same people who believe in doing the same project, it's going to be the same expectations. You have the same results. So is it going to...
Man, let me ask you something. Was Xabi up there Wait, and Chelsea or no?
Xavi
I know he was Liverpool. I know he's Liverpool, but I just thought somewhere down his career he wanted.
I know.
Chelsea.
I thought so too. I checked.
Yeah. For some reason, I don't know why. Yeah.
It seemed like he would play for Chelsea.
You can't believe the treasonous act.
Yeah.
Yo,
He would play for Chelsea or something.
Let's see how this whole thing goes, man.
Let me say something. He a manager that like that. He another one of them stubborn 4-3-3 managers. 3-4-3.
I know that
3-4-3.
But Chelsea do have the personnel to play that system. So
What did they been playing? 3.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, I like.
But
Yeah, three at the back.
Yeah, they've been playing that.
3-5-2 or something like that.
we don't have the right clientele to do it, bro.
I do think you guys do.
We
Honestly.
do not. Yo, we have a bunch of jokers, yo. Who?
I don't know.
They have a bunch of kids.
$6 trillion. Y'all gotta become playing.
Yeah, but we don't got no more money.
They're Rolodex,
There's
man.
no more money. That's what the people don't understand. There's no more money.
They got
to
enough
spend.
money.
There's no more money to spend. So now we have to turn around and be what they made us into, I should say, which is the side-to-buy club. So we're gonna have to sell, top players to meet certain quote. We got problems financially with UEFA. We be like $3 billion in debt when we got left with no debt. It's a complete shambles over there. So we'll see. More than likely, there's talk of Enzo leaving, possibly going to Madrid or even Manchester City, because I think Enzo Maresca's taking over there. Cucurella might leave and head over to Atletico Madrid. João Pedro supposedly supposed to meet with Deco from Barcelona, so he could probably go. So that's the way for them to make some bread. And then what they gonna do after that?
I give a man like the lap time to shine. You know what I'm saying?
We could
Bought him with a lot of high hopes on the touch.
the lap.
Those friends.
They could just send him back on loan to Ipswich. Back in the Premier League now.
He could go to the WWF or the UFC. So he in the wrong sport. Everything is he needs to change up the thing. I don't understand. Everything is brute force with this dude. I don't understand, yo.
As we move forward, that's Chelsea. Let's see how they do next season. As we start off the new show for the year, we'll get into our predictions for the year, and let's see where Chelsea finish. No Europe, so we'll see if they have aspirations of finishing in the Champions League spot for next season. Now let's head into Manchester United, finishing off in the 3rd place in the Premier League, securing automatic qualification for the Champions League. In the cup performances for the season, domestic cup runs were a little bit disappointing, exiting in the FA Cup in the 3rd round and the EFL Cup in the 2nd round. Key players for the season has been Bruno Fernandes, who was awarded the Premier League Player of the Season awards. Congratulations to him, breaking the single season assist record, 21 assists, overpassing great players in the Premier League like Thierry Henry, was tied with that record with Kevin De Bruyne, as well as some of the top assist leaders in the Premier League throughout the time. Congratulations to him for setting that new record of 21 league assists. And new signings Brian Mbeumo and Benjamin Sesko finished off as joint top goal scorers for the club with 12 goals in all competitions. There was a managerial change, as you know. Ruben Amorim started the season off for Manchester United. The fans were calling for him out. As January came, a new manager stepped in, interim, what do they call it? Take care manager. Darren Fletcher came in for a few games before Michael Carrick took over for the rest of the season. Manchester United went throughout half of the season, winning 4 games in a row, almost 5, where that crazy fan, almost cut his hair, but they just couldn't pull off the 5 wins in a row. But a nice string of games throughout the end of the year, losing that 3-4-2-1 formation. Michael Carrick led the team into 17 games, claiming 12 wins and taking 39 points, which was way more than any other side in the Premier League over the same period of time, and Champions League qualification was assured. With the victory over Liverpool 3-2 at Old Trafford, the winning goal coming from Kobe Mainoo, of course, ensuring the club goes into the 2026-27 season healthy. Let's start with King Yeyo. What do you think about Manchester United? A huge swing of the turnaround, finishing in the lower half of the table from last season, now finishing third, back close to the perch of top quality football for Manchester United.
It make me remember when you went off of your Earth Strong and everybody was running off their mouth for me. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Sion, that other lad that we seen out to road, this one and that one running up their mouth to me. We beat everybody, all of the big teams. We beat everybody, and we beat them nicely all year long. We beat them nicely all year long. Every game was a thriller, and y'all got what y'all deserved all season long. Very proud of the boys. You know what I'm saying? We got Ruberim up out of here. The right to a back four. The boys started winning. First 2 games, Carrick came out there. Had to see Man City, dealt with them, then had to go see Arsenal. I'm like, come on. Carrick, yo. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. Very happy we brought the brother into the club, back into the fold. I think he deserves the job. Now, big play you didn't mention for us this season was Casemiro. Getting Ruberim out of there, putting Casemiro back into the team. Revelation, you know what I'm saying? Bringing Mano back into the team. Revelation. Look at the boy now, going to the World Cup. You know what I'm saying? Like, could end up out there starting for England again after the previous manager wouldn't even put him in the team. It's really crazy, yo. You got to big the guys up. Casemiro with his scoring. I think he scored the most goals from the midfield in years. I think he definitely had the most goals. Maybe Enzo had more than him. That could have been the only player because Casemiro crazy. And like over 50% of them is headers. You know what I'm saying? Flying and towering over people. Casemiro been too crazy. People talking about Cass didn't have it no more. They try to disrespect him, but the brother came through and showed y'all, yo. Got to dust off his boots. Big farewell to Cass. Big up yourself, Cass.
Casemiro, 9 goals, 35 appearances for the club. So in the top 5 for most appearances for the season. Casemiro, 9 goals, all within the Premier League. So tied with Bruno, 9 goals as well in the Premier League as well. So definitely the output is great. Speaking of Casemiro leaving, club legend as well, playing the years, great quality and caliber of a midfielder. Ty, who do you think is a good fit to replace Casemiro to play alongside the resurgence of Kaibi Mano?
You know, honestly, I feel there's a lot of contenders, but we need somebody to. For me, I want somebody good in the area duels, get wrong tackling. Somebody strong and sturdy. Also, fight heart and soul. You want somebody to give their all, want to fight for the badge. For me, honestly, with the contenders I've seen, I think we need like 2 to 3 midfield players.
Ooh.
I heard your link.
Huh? Who you want to see?
To be honest, I would love to see Tonali. Your guy that you talk about,
Ederson?
Yeah. Not Ederson, Joe Gomez. He would be another.
They've been talks, so that an agreement has been made with the Atalanta midfield, Ederson.
Yeah, Ederson is nice, but
Manchester United. And Tonali is keen to join a club like Manchester United, but would cost over 100 million pounds. What do you think?
Yeah.
You think he's a good signing for you guys, King Yeyo?
Yeah, like everybody, I agree with Tom. Exactly what he said. You know what I'm saying? We need both 3 midfielders. And like he said, Tonali will be great. You know what I'm saying? I think we should stay away from Baleba. You know what I'm saying? He had a bad season this year. They still won about 50 M's for him. We could leave that dude alone. Edison, we could grab him up, but they saying that Man U's flirting around. They just putting a lot of stuff out. They said the personal terms agreed, but then they said they might rethink it and switch up to Fernandez from West Ham. They said that the dude I like, Gomez, is going to go to Madrid, that he already agreed to go to Atletico. And once Atletico wants you to run in a midfield, you got to be a good player. You know what I'm saying? I'm upset that nobody, we ain't grabbing him up. It would have been a nice option. I don't even know how much they paid for him, but Atletico never put anybody. So that would have been a good option too.
What about Nottingham Forest's Elliot Anderson? He's available. J-Man, he's a good midfielder.
Yeah, definitely. I think Elliot Anderson had a brilliant year, more or less his breakout year. But I think a lot of people got their eyes on him right now, especially in Manchester City. So, but it would be a good acquisition for them if they could pick up Elliot Anderson. But
They say in Arsenal in for some more midfield. So Arsenal one of them do.
Yes, and it's unfortunate because this is World Cup year, so everybody priced them. You know what I mean?
Well, if they do well, right, in the World Cup, we'll see. Up close and center, we know the value goes up. Today's price is not tomorrow's for some of these players who will be featuring in this tournament as well. I think also as well, the front pairing, the attacking players that Manchester United brought in did phenomenal as well.
I believe so. Yeah,
I called it later this season. I know in our group chat, like Sesko was a great player, forward and off the bench, late in games to score goals. Kind of remind me of Divock Origi, that style of play. Meaning like coming into impact and change the game. You definitely want players who are hungry to come on and then impact the game in a good run of form. Not necessarily starting the game. We know the different impacts of players started and then coming onto the game later in there. So definitely, I'm excited to see what those front three can do. And Layman's was a good signing as well. Good goalkeeper.
Yeah, big signing. Yeah,
that you need after the shambles and shambolic goalkeeping from your favorite player of the season, which was what's his name? I can't remember.
My boy was celebrating. He was celebrating. He's coming back to United. So
Nana?
I don't know. Yeah, he was celebrating his last game.
But that's he can celebrate all he wants. He just can sit there.
You think Onana starts?
They're gonna sell him. Yeah, they're gonna sell him. They're gonna sell him.
I don't even know if people want to pay money for him. We gotta pay people to take him.
Man, he gonna hold a pine, and that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna be on the bench 1 minute. We're gonna do some bench 12 hours. No, bro, Lemon, there's no reason as a defender you feel scared. Bro, I'm a former defender, and you have a goalkeeper like that, bro. Trust me, you gonna die. You gonna die for a keeper like that. That guy, he helped us big time. The amount of saves he's made during the duration of the season is crazy. He has a lot of saves. That's wild. That's the stats he has right now. He kid is good with both feet. And he's gonna be better next year. Trust me, he's gonna be way better because he's gonna understand the Premier League a lot more, and his mindset, the way how he thinks. I watch a documentary with him, and his mindset, the way he thinks, bro. And he's young, so next season I don't know about winning the Premier League, but I know we're gonna be title contender.
Hey, that's what just crossed my mind there too. Like I was definitely paying attention, but thinking since we've seen the resurgence of teams winning the league after such droughts, even Liverpool as well, and in the 30-year wait to win the Premier League, I think Manchester United is probably due some time. It's been
of course.
Yeah, they got
almost 12 years, maybe 14 or 15, along that time as well. So Manchester United probably will make a good run off the good form of this season as well. So as we know, the Premier League is shaping out with many teams getting stronger. I definitely think Manchester United is gonna be.
If we have a good transfer window like last year, best believe we're gonna be title contenders. And I noticed this board are not trying to sign any and everybody, so that's a good sign. And I'm hoping they stick with it. I know a lot of players are going out. Cassius out. What's his name? This guy from Paraguay, or what's his name?
Oh, the left back.
Oh, Leo.
No, I was saying him. What's the center midfield? I don't even know. Not Leon.
Oh, God,
Uruguay. Oh my God!
I was like,
let him go. Yeah, nah, let him go. Roll out.
I think you could still use him.
Huh?
I think you could still
You
use
think
him.
so? Yeah, bro. First of all, if you're in the Premier League and you can't pass the ball, bro, if you're a professional, you can't pass the ball. You can't pass a 10-yard pass.
Which team did he come from? Napoli?
No, he was
Paris.
He was
But they didn't play him. They benched him. He was on Paris. Luis Enrique sold them.
Yeah.
He came from another team,
he
but
came from somewhere before that. He was the
he was a high-profile player.
He was in Portugal.
The high-profile player that we know had a lot of talent. Like, I think he is one of those. So I always heard his name as being.
Yeah, I thought that. I mean, when he just came with us, like he was playing, so he looked decent. And I like
We have to give players a chance. I just think players deserve a chance.
That's true.
His second season with them?
2 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Time is enough.
Been here, yo.
I gave Ruben damn near.
No mercy right now.
When you start Mason Mount as a holding midfielder,
Mason Mount,
yo, bro, Mason Mount not a holding midfielder. Yo, they put him
nowhere.
Holding midfield with Kobe Mano, and they left him back.
He looked at his last game, though.
Bro, that gotta show you. Like, they got no time to who got their out of here.
Yeah, nah, what's his name? Said it already. Kind of said he's not in his plans. So, yeah.
That's what I'm like, yo, Edison gotta be better than Ugarte. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
We already improved once he come through.
Yeah.
Let's start to grab two.
Bro, if you think Tonali, and honestly, that would be a big signing.
Yeah, but that's a lot. They cheap. Man United ain't trying to spend.
That's true too.
I don't know why.
But if I heard about Tchouaméni out of there, but if we get Tonali, I'm not too hype about Tchouaméni. I know he's young, but I'm not too hype about him. Tonali,
I would say
Tchouaméni would allow Mano to be able to go there and do different things. Tchouaméni would just sit there and hold it. Like,
I would take Tchouaméni.
I'll take
Tchouaméni more.
Yeah.
Tchouaméni to get hold as a defensive midfielder to stop breakup play. Yeah, I think he's one of the best. He's one of the best.
Similar to Caicedo. Like that's what I think. Even Liverpool's missing. Like we get into, but like he's the play to Tchouaméni. If he's linked to Manchester United, think about like, oh, I can go play at Manchester, another great club. Leaves like he already had his run at Real Madrid. He's probably like, yo, I could go explore. Like that's what I would be thinking. Like at the time when Manchester United is at right now, with young players attacking, like you can go and star up. He's definitely starting almost every game in there. Like he has the potential with Dorgu, those players around them as well. So I think it's the right time. If you think about it, like, okay, let's go do something. You know what I mean? Like a new challenge as well. So
yeah, bro, we need to get that dude. Him, give that option. Him. You know what I'm saying? And I think they trying to say he'll be less than Tonali and Elliot Anderson.
If he is, then
you gotta get him.
I think
exactly.
If you range of like 80 or 90 million has to be.
Yeah, they trying to charge 100 for these dudes. You get him for 80 million.
Yeah,
I would take him for 80 over Tonali, just because.
Yeah, of course.
Tonali is all action. He all over the place and he do it big, but I just like Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni's just big and strong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Mano will be able to run all over the place. He'll be able to free up more, use his dribbling to beat players. You know what I'm saying? I know he can do that. Like if we got Tonali or Elliot Anderson, they want to be doing that. Like Elliot Anderson is all over the pitch. He's all over the pitch with, and that's where he's best at. So I wouldn't want to take him off of that and see if he could just sit, hold it down as well as he could do the other thing. But maybe he could. But I know that this dude Tchouaméni could do. So how you feel about Liverpool season, Quest?
Yeah, I was just about to say this middle season, finishing 5th from winning the title a year ago, and title defense hasn't been good for them. So definitely a disappointing year for Liverpool. Being back on top of the perch, as they say, and then being kicked off again. I think on the slide, people were critical of him and his style. I think the best player of the season was probably most consistent throughout for his role that he's supposed to play as a midfielder is probably Dominic Szoboszlai. And Hugo Ekitike before the injury came in 17 goals in all competitions, so definitely hit the ground running. Disappointment was definitely Isak. and Frimpong and Wirtz. Definitely. I know Isak, I could give him a little bit more leeway. I mean, he didn't have a preseason, that whole thing with Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
But for Wirtz and like Frimpong, definitely Frimpong injury, like almost every few weeks after he got back, he was injured again. And then Wirtz was just in and out inconsistently. So let's see how next season goes. And we definitely have to patch up the defense.
Yeah, defenders. You guys need a whole bunch of defenders.
It was a lot, I believe, for Virgil van Dijk to play all 38 games and then play almost every minute and then break this record of playing every minute for like every game. Like, bro, I don't care about that record. Like, I care about like the rotation changing of the players in there needing to keep the squad fresh. Like, we definitely lost contributions from the year. Like I saw this crazy stat since like Luis Diaz, even Darwin Nunez, and may he rest Jota, like our goal contributions went from like 90 to like almost like 40. So if you think about the percentage of that drop off with players like Gappo wasn't consistent throughout the year. Rio didn't have much of a chance to like get warm and stay warm throughout the season. And then Salah was inconsistent. You could see the year, maybe the pace of the Premier League is past him, but he had great years. Like definitely a club legend. Like, I think we can all agree to say like what he's done for the Premier League and like being maybe one of the best African footballers, along with like Drogba, Mane, other players to come play in the Premier League. Like JJ Okocha and so forth. All these that have come and like changed, not even just for football, like during the time, you know what I mean, where football was exciting and so forth, and then changing the dynamics of even football off the field, against racism and this guy's being very big Islam, and being a Muslim, so it's definitely bigger than just the football. So it's time for those players to leave, like, you know what I mean? We know it's time for some of these players to transition out, as I say for some of our other clubs. And he's like the last players left from that era of Klopp is Allison and Gomez, left in Van Dijk. So I think this is going to be Virgil's last year for Liverpool. We'll see if Konate stays. His contract is up right now. Curtis Jones been linked with Inter Milan. We just need more midfielders, better midfielders. If we can get rid of McAllister, get another midfielder. I know they've been talking a lot about Elliot Anderson or Adam Wharton. I don't know if Adam Wharton is a player that we need to like play alongside Gravenberch. I definitely think we need some more center backs. I wish we would have kept Gerald Kwanzaa during the time I sold him, because we would have had a
When I heard, not to cut you off, because I heard you guys have a buyback clause for him. If you did the World Cup squad, he's doing good in the Bundesliga.
I think the passing of Jota, like what that did to the club and started, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the moment, so that played heavily, I think, for the team on the year and the drop. We can blame Slot. I just don't think his tactics were good enough at times, and he wasn't brave. And but it's critical, right? We can be critical of the managers and the players, but hey, we know there's only could be one winner, and it's just a big drop off from last season and dominating.
Yeah, exactly.
Same set of players, but key players that are gone made a difference. Like I think the assist output from Trent Alexander was missed. Like he was a big, huge assist output in scoring, even though we said he was trash defending. You know what I mean? His scoring assist rate was better. So that's what.
What's the name? Luis Diaz.
Yeah, and losing him.
That's a big loss. Yeah, that's a big. I was so surprised when you guys sell. I'm like, no, you guys can't sell Luis Diaz. Like even the style of the way you guys play, like it's not fast attacking football. It's like slow. I'm like, nah, this is not Liverpool.
That's not.
It's not all out attack. Yeah, exactly. And it had an effect on you guys big time.
And people wanted to see prime Liverpool when it was Mane, Firmino, and Salah. Then three was
that's running and gunning, bro.
Yeah, one manager called them the three arrows. Was like, yo, those dudes is crazy. Like,
there's an Endo playing quarterback in the middle.
And yeah, right. So I mean, let's see how they do. We still made Champions League, but barely. made Champions League. Like we finished 5th. Imagine if that 5th spot wasn't open up, we would have missed out in playing.
Yeah.
Like so.
And any significant signings you guys trying to make this season?
I definitely think we need another attacker and at least 2 defenders. We got Jeremy Jacquet came in, young defender who's promising, but I think we need like a major sign. I know we've been linked to Van de Ven from Tottenham. So I think we could sign, I think 2 center backs and maybe 2 more outside backs, I would say. 2 midfielders.
Yeah, because Robertson is leaving also, so.
I know Simakis is back off loan from Roma.
Okay.
But we still need some players that are younger.
Exactly.
So I would definitely say, I think all across the board in every phase of it, we need to sign players. But I can't think of anyone that we've been linked to heavily. I know Diamande, we need a right player. He's been linked heavy, but they want like 100 million euros for him.
Wow.
I don't know. We were linked to.
You guys spent so much last season, so I don't know if you guys still have that spending capacity. So, yeah.
I think they have it. I mean, I think they got it, and they can structure it in the way because we haven't spent.
I mean, but that's not Liverpool style though. Liverpool. I was so surprised last year you guys spend that amount of money. Because that's not the way.
These players, I think, are for the future too. You know what I mean? So
I mean, it's
add on some key players towards that. I think it'll be good. But yeah, very disappointed, very shambolic in the season, in the year, from a year ago to now. We'll see. I think we'll be back. I think still title contenders, but not prominent in the race. I think we'll be looking to finish second. I'm gonna say second. But it's gonna be difficult.
It's not giving that scary vibe like before. Honestly, like I would have to see the new Liverpool, like the addition you guys gonna have. Like right now, I would not be scared to play Liverpool. Like in previous years, playing you guys.
Yeah, many teams are.
So you guarantee you're gonna get 3-4 goals against you. Now it's like, nah. Poor defending, poor attacking. It's like, slow football, not that fast counter attack and fast paced football. So yeah,
that's slaughtery, baby.
It's like lottery. You know?
All right, let's finish off the show for this week. Next week we'll get into a Champions League preview. Arsenal will be taking on PSG. We'll get the predictions from each of us on that, on Soccer Circle Real Talk. Any final thoughts from you guys on the season and anything coming up?
Big up Michael Carrick, you know what I'm saying? Big up my players, yo. Big up the new signings. Ineos, like some people don't like you. I really ain't got no problem with you right now. Keep buying the players. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing the thing, yo.
Just make smart buys. That's how that's gonna be effective and gonna help us, to be title contenders.
Thank you to all the sponsors. One Step Closer, Global Mids Radio, by any other name. On behalf of Ty, it's King Yeyo, J-Man, I'm Father Quest. Peace.